Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemeka Onyeka Ogariri. The plan of the federal government of Nigeria to unbundle the the transmission company of Nigeria, into 36 levels, into 36 states, is a very welcome development. Whether they want to unbundle it to 6 regions, they want to unbundle it to at the 26 state level, is very, very good. But let it not be like the privatization of the generating companies and the distribution companies under Jonathan in 2013, where we sold assets that was valued at about 3.2 trillion for a paltry 403 billion to cronies of Goodluck Jonathan and the PDP. And interestingly, most of the people that bought those power assets did not have the capacities, both technical and financial capacities, to take over those assets. Most of them practically bought those assets using leverage financing 100%. And that is why there were no new investments that came into those assets. They were practically taxing Nigerians, offering us darkness, and using the tariffs to pay down the loans they took from the banks to acquire those assets for peanuts. And that is why, as at 2024, 11 years after that exercise, we still have 7 million meter deficit. Nobody has bothered. The same NERC that is increasing tariff arbitrarily to 225 naira per kilowatt hour have not deemed it free to compulsorily make it compulsory for the discos to supply meters to all their consumers under a vendor financing arrangement, where those meters are supplied, and then they can recover the expenses on those meters over a period of 18 months. All over the world, Nigeria is the only place where we do best judgment estimate of darkness and then collect money from innocent Nigerians. Any years is quick to jack up tariff arbitrarily to 225 per kilowatt hour and divided Nigerians into bands as if we are in an apartheid regime. This is madness, and we cannot allow this madness to continue. For the Transiscos to be fully unbundled and made efficient, we must first of all get a very good valuer to value all the assets based on the divided 36 region state points. You cannot hand it over to state governors. They don't have capacity to even manage themselves, talk less of managing that asset. Let there be transparent valuation of those assets and transparent bid for those with technical capacity and financial capacity to buy up those Transiscos. I've always argued that the arbitrary tariff of 225 naira for 1 kilowatt hour is exploitative, is wicked, is criminal. Because I know Nigeria is one country that God has blessed with most of the feedstocks that are used to generate power, from hydro to gas to coal to wind to solar, enough sunshine and all those stuff. To generate a kilowatt hour of power using any of these key power input raw materials like hydro, like gas, will not cost us anything more than 5 cents. The technology is available to generate power using hydro, to generate power using gas in such a way that you can produce a kilowatt hour, generate it power at 5 cents. Even if you use the atrocious foreign exchange rate of 1,200, you can generate 1 kilowatt hour in Nigeria based on the existing technology at nothing more than 60 naira. And we know that the cost of transmission and the cost of distribution in an efficient market where things are not done criminally cannot be more than additional 60 to 70 naira. So power at 225, electricity being sold, and they are telling you they are subsidizing it. It's not true. They are not subsidizing anything. On what basis did NERC arrive at? See, under a very transparent market where we have straightened out diversified generation, transmission and distribution, Nigerians cannot pay more than 175, 180 naira per kilowatt hour. Basically, what we have in Nigeria is a cabal of elitist gangsters and bandits who are always looking for means and avenues to exploit the very poor, dehumanized, and vulnerable Nigerians. I can bet you that most of those who bought the power assets, some of them are angling to be on the FOB list. That is why you see them playing all manner of this. And they have a very pliable and pliant Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Company that came to their aid to do this. It's wickedness, it's madness. Even in some areas like Banana Island, even the managers have even jacked up and added over 40 naira to even the band A. That's the kind of arbitrariness, the kind of criminality that happened in Nigeria. And people allow this impunity to go without challenging it. And we'll keep on. Nigerians must always rise up to challenge this kind of impunity. Nigeria is one place where we allow impunity to reign. One phase meter in China is about $11. 2-3 phase meters can be produced and sold at $3. What stopped these guys, the discos, from forming an SPV, working with the government? Go to China, get a Chinese company that manufactures meter, and let them go to Aba, at least where you have 24 power supply by geometric, and set up a plant there and manufacturing meters. Why has any ERC refused to make it compulsory that the discos must supply meters and make it absolutely impossible for them to begin to give people darkness and then charge them money? The discos are declared every year trillions of naira without giving any light. That is the kind of wickedness and such wickedness must not allow to continue. Like I said, if Egypt can generate 25,000 megawatts of power in 6-7 years and distribute it, Egypt has 100% electrification. Look at Nigeria, everywhere is in darkness. You know, the problem with us is that we have set of irresponsible, non-patriotic political leaders and their private sector firms who are always looking. If you go to America, you go to Korea, you go to UK, go to every part of the world, dollar billionaires are people who created value. Elon Musk, you see the kind of values he's creating. Look at his Starlink. Look at his Tesla. In fact, he's even trying to see how he can produce cheaper EV cars. Look at Mike Zuckerberg, the kind of platform that he has produced where people can interact commercially and do investments and everything. Look at Bill Gates, Microsoft. Just look around you. Look at even our own Chinedu Echero, how he developed HubSpot that could enable people navigate their way in substations. All over the world, people create value, and competitively, they try to drop prices. They try to make consumers happy. They try as much as possible to give so much value with less stress. But in Nigeria, the political bandits will help their private sector gangsters to see how they can cream, how they can cut Nigerians, how they can cheat Nigerians because they want to be on the FOB list. You don't be on the FOB list through criminality. You be on the FOB list by adding value to your people. We are called to have dominion here on earth. We are called to subdue the earth. We are called to replenish the earth. We are called to make this place better. Exploiting the poor and the vulnerable to remain on the FOB list is wickedness, is criminal. Thank you. God bless you.